Hello from Detroit, USA. My name is Sheldon Edelstein. I'm a product expert in the S4HANA Regional Implementation Group, specializing in S4HANA Finance. At this point, you would have completed the introduction to this OpenSAP course. Let us now continue with Unit 2, SAP S4HANA Finance Essentials. In this unit, we will discuss some of the key financial changes you should expect from your transition to S4HANA. These topics are based upon the 1909 release of S4HANA. Our first question: what are the important finance changes to be expected in SAP S4HANA? Let's explore an executive summary of the finance-related differences between ERP and S4HANA. We have included reference SAP notes so that you may check for more details on any topic. We start off with the Universal Journal, one of the major innovations within S4HANA. The Universal Journal combines many of the traditional finance subledgers into a single table and eliminates the need for time-consuming reconciliation activities by its design. Next, we see that compatibility views have been delivered with S4HANA. Many classic database tables may no longer exist or may no longer be populated in the new S4HANA data model. Compatibility views allow access to the data by mimicking these obsolete structures. S4HANA Margin Analysis, which is based upon the Universal Journal, replaces many of the capabilities of account-based and costing-based profitability analysis. Margin analysis is the S4HANA preferred profitability analysis. Profitability characteristics can be immediately derived in real time when the primary accounting record is posted. This can enable real-time P&L reporting in S4HANA. Secondary cost elements are now represented as GL accounts. This enables the simplification of master data maintenance in S4HANA. The use of Business Partner is mandatory and the leading object in S4HANA. Business Partner replaces the classic concepts of vendor and customers in S4HANA. Credit management based upon FIAR has been replaced by SAP Credit Management, which is based upon FSCM. Material ledger activation is mandatory in S4HANA. However, the use of material ledger for actual valuations is still optional. Classic cash management has been replaced by new SAP Cash Management, containing a variety of new features based upon FSCM functionality. Classic asset accounting has been replaced by new asset accounting, which eliminates a significant amount of complexity around the solution. For example, delta depreciation areas are no longer required for parallel valuations. Classic real estate has been replaced by SAP S4HANA New Real Estate. And finally, classic foreign trade functionality in SDMM has been replaced by Global Trade Services. These are just some of the highlights of the major changes you should expect when looking at S4HANA. For S4HANA 1909, there are almost 700 changes that should be considered when migrating from an ECC 6.0 installation. Fortunately, identifying which changes may be relevant to your business can be automated by using a readiness check or a simplification item check directly in your source system. What are some of the important finance data model changes to be expected in SAP S4HANA? Simplification of data structures in finance is the most significant change to data modeling in SAP's history. In your existing ERP system, there are separate data structures for each of the subledgers in finance. In S4HANA, the data model has been simplified into the Universal Journal concept. Its technical table name is AC.A, which stands for Accounting Document for Actuals. A few of the key benefits and features of the Universal Journal include: the AC.doc table contains all fields needed for all finance subledgers. That includes general ledger, controlling, asset accounting, material ledger, and profitability. Data is stored only once. There are no total tables and no aggregate tables required. Reconciliation between finance subledgers is no longer needed, and that's by architecture and design. Reduced memory footprint through the elimination of redundancy. And fast multidimensional reporting on the Universal Journal is possible without replicating data to a BW system. I have a lot of customizations with the new data model. How do I protect my investments? In ERP, certain customizations request data from specific tables using a select statement, such as table FAGL Flexa in this example. In S4HANA, SAP has provided compatibility views that redirect the logic to the new data model persistency in HANA using virtual views to simulate the classic tables. In this example, a select statement attempts to read records from the classic GL line item table, FAGL Flexa, but is redirected to use the view FGLV FAGL Flexa, which sources that same data from AC.A. The same select statement in S4HANA can be successfully executed since the select statement is redirected using a compatibility view to a virtualized model that looks just like the original FAGL Flexa table. Compatibility views can help protect prior investments. However, it's always recommended to check performance since data is being virtualized instead of residing in physical tables. I use costing-based profitability analysis today. Can I continue to use it in SAP S4HANA? As identified in green, the strategic solution recommendation for profitability analysis in S4HANA is margin analysis. The solution is based upon the Universal Journal and the new finance data models delivered in S4HANA. Costing-based COPA is available in some S4HANA deployment scenarios. However, some cloud-based implementations do not support costing-based COPA. Please note that as indicated by red boxes, account-based COPA is no longer supported by any deployment of SAP S4HANA. Tell me about credit management options in SAP S4HANA. ERP credit management based upon FIAR is obsolete and no longer supported in S4HANA. S4HANA has several options based upon FSCM credit management, including basic credit management, advanced credit management, and SAP Cloud for Credit Integration. SAP S4HANA provides basic credit management that is part of S4HANA core functionality. The basic credit management includes manual capabilities for setting credit risks, risk classes, and internal scores for business partners. If an automated credit management process is preferred, then one may select the Advanced Credit Management S4HANA option. Advanced Credit Management provides a framework to automate many of the manual operations performed in the Basic Credit Management option. A third option for credit integration is the SAP Cloud for Credit Integration Application Service. Working with the Advanced Credit Management option in S4HANA, the SAP S4HANA Cloud for Credit Integration allows you to easily connect to external credit agencies to make better credit decisions in real time. What are my options for financial planning? SAP has many planning solutions, 6 of which are listed here. Only the items in green, the 3 columns on the right, should be prioritized for new implementations with S4HANA. The classic ERP planning processes, as well as BPC, Microsoft, and BPC for NetWeaver products, are no longer recommended for new implementations for S4HANA customers. These solutions are based upon obsolete data structures or complex architectures that are no longer required. The current recommendation for BPC optimized for S4HANA is to limit the use of this kind of solution only to real-time planning scenarios. Real-time planning requirements are rare and unusual, and they should require investigation into the details of the business use case. For those customers requiring an on-premise implementation, BPC 11 installed on a standalone BW4HANA installation is the preferred planning solution. This solution is typically identified when multiple source systems are involved and/or there are strict regulatory conditions that favor an on-premise solution. The leading and strategic planning solution for SAP is SAP Analytics Cloud. This is a cloud-based application that has deep integration capabilities for S4HANA, BPC, as well as many other SAP and non-SAP applications. As SAP's strategic planning application, future development and innovation will primarily be focused on SAC. What critical decisions should my team consider today before implementing a finance solution in SAP S4HANA? Before a project to transition to S4HANA begins, consider the following topics. Let's start off with historical data archiving. Offloading historical data tends to simplify consistency checks and project team correction efforts. These corrections are one of the most time-consuming activities performed as the team gets ready to transition to S4HANA. Customer vendor integration conversion. Consider a mini project to move to a business partner-centric model before moving to S4HANA. New GL. The new GL option provides a pathway to access new innovation in S4HANA. Consider implementing new GL before moving to S4HANA. Advanced finance options. Consider implementing some of the newer advanced finance features such as document splitting and parallel ledgers. These innovations can be easily transitioned to S4HANA. Fiori implementations. Fiori content is a significant pathway for SAP to deliver innovative content. Establish a footprint in the project to allow exploration of the vast content available to all S4HANA users. Identify the need for advanced functionality options such as credit management, cash management, margin analysis, and costing-based profitability. Finance planning. As we just reviewed, there are multiple solutions available for finance planning. Initiate discussions on the business needs to develop a recommended path. What are some of the newest innovations in finance that may be considered in your SAP S4HANA journey to allow our company to achieve maximum innovation potential? First off, we have optimized contract management. SAP S4HANA Revenue Accounting Contract Management supports both classic contract management and a newer version available in 1909 called Optimized Contract Management. Optimized Contract Management makes use of dedicated SAP S4HANA capabilities such as Fiori and focuses on performance optimization as well as other specific features such as day-based contract modifications. Intercompany matching and reconciliation. A new intercompany matching and reconciliation process is introduced in S4HANA 1909. The process can match transactions without any ETL processes and can also reconcile financial data in real time. The new processes can be significantly automated, thereby facilitating continuous accounting practices. It has in-app communication capabilities and workflow features that can eliminate many of the process latencies very often seen in dealing with intercompany matching discrepancies, and at the same time improves visibility and transparency of the overall process. New S4HANA Accrual Engine. Available in 1909 is the ability to automatically create accrual entries based upon purchase order receipts. The new S4HANA Accrual Engine uses machine learning services to learn from decisions taken in the past and applies the learned knowledge to the new business situations. Based upon the confidence levels you set in the system, machine-calculated accrual amounts can be posted automatically or subjected to manual confirmation. You can even adjust the confidence threshold for the machine learning service to eliminate manual processing. IRPA, Intelligent Robotic Process Automation Solutions. IRPA is about automating repetitive tasks that in the past were performed by humans without modifying the underlying business systems. As an example, during the period close, many manual postings are uploaded into the system. Today, the accountant may manually enter these correction postings from an Excel file. The IRPA agent can automate this upload process and free the accountant for other duties. A few additional examples of where IRPA can be deployed include collecting customer purchase requisitions from multiple sources and submitting into a solution sales configurator or SAP CPQ engine, search invoices by reference number in various ERP instances, check ticket inboxes in a shared service center and reroute the processing bots, downloading various reports, collate and save into a shared drive. IRPA processes can also perform extensive error notification as well. Key takeaways. Update your finance strategy. Consider implementing the new innovations available within S4HANA. Start your learning journey sooner rather than later. These open SAP course is an excellent first step. Continue your journey with additional SAP courses. Understand the options within your scope. Some business processes have several potential solutions. As we saw with cash management and planning, understand the differences between the various products. Recognize that some changes can be implemented before a transformation to S4HANA. As we learned, there are numerous mini projects, such as new GL and CVI projects, that can be implemented before the transition to S4HANA. Recognize innovation potentials. Two examples include Fiori and SAC. These products are a focus of SAP's development and will be a major pathway to bring innovation into S4HANA. Prepare for change management. S4HANA has hundreds of changes when compared to older ERP systems. The impact to the user community will be significant. Change management is therefore a critical component of any transition plan. With that, I come to the end of Unit 2. Thank you for your attention. We'll continue with Unit 3, Steps to Business Partner and Customer Vendor Integration, CVI, and my colleague Alexander Robel.